the NBA Finals, the French Open, the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, the U.S. Olympic Trials, the U.S. Senior Open, baseball's All-Star Game, and the Olympic Games in Atlanta. The great events are all on America's sports leader, NBC.
Third Rock's Alien Guide to Culture and Heritage. What is that thing on your head?
It's called a découp. Oh, I think it's beautiful. Thank you. It's authentic. It makes me feel connected to my ancestors.
So that's the traditional headdress of ancient secretaries? Comedy for intelligent life forms. Third Rock, must-see TV, NBC.
Ahead on News 10 NBC, some state corrections employees are without a paycheck tonight.
It's all due to the budget impasse in Albany.
Rochesterians get a case of Lotto fever tonight. We'll have all the excitement.
And we'll tell you why local phone repairs may be delayed. The news is next.
Oh, my cake, you need it too. So I bought a Ford Contour. Compared to Grand Am, Contour is longer, roomier, and still gets better gas mileage.
And with cash back from Ford, Contour's hundreds less than Grand Am.
It meets all 1998 safety standards too. That's the icing on the cake.
Lease a Ford Contour now. Just $192 a month for 24 months with $1,535 down.
That's why your Ford dealer's winning Rochester over.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Golden, because everyone's got a golden hour. What's yours?
Dodge Dakota is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower, #1 in torque, even #1 in towing. In fact, Dodge Dakota is ranked #1 in more categories versus any compact. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $3,500 off on Dodge Dakota, including $1,000 cash back.
News 10 NBC closed captioning is sponsored by RCIPA, health providers managing care for 500,000 Rochesterians.
Straight ahead, only on News 10 NBC. Live.
Lotto fever hits New York. I'm Susan Copen. The 5th largest jackpot is up to $40 million.
Local.
Are CWA members refusing overtime, and is that slowing up your telephone service? I'm Lynette Adams. The charges continue to fly on both sides.
And up to the minute.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals is over, and so is Game 3 in the Calder Cup Finals. I'm Rick Hager with the Amerks game story tonight from Portland, Maine.
Now, this is News 10 NBC.
Good evening. There were plenty of millionaire wannabes playing tonight. We're not talking basketball. Those players, of course, are millionaires already.
We're talking about the New York State Lottery. Tonight's jackpot, you already know it, is worth $40 million. So grab a pen and a pad in case you missed them on your screen earlier. Here's another look at tonight's winning lottery numbers. They are 6, 28, 31, 36, 43, 46, and the supplementary number is 27. Nightside reporter Susan Copen has tonight's top story, News 10 6 on Lotto fever.
All it takes is $1 and a dream, right here.
Lotto fever sweeps New York with a giant jackpot of $40 million. Lotto players came out in droves, all hoping that their numbers will make them instant millionaires.
I play every week, so hopefully someone who keeps playing all the time will win it.
Hey, you never know. That's why Ed and Donna Rawadi came to Wegmans with $1 and a dream.
Actually, we don't generally play the lottery, but in fact, the real reason I'm here is my son called me this evening and said, don't forget to play the lottery, so I thought I'd better come.
And if they win, what will they do with all that loot?
We'll buy a house in the Caribbean. We'll split up a lot of money with our families, and we'll probably not work for anybody else for the rest of our lives.
This is the 5th largest jackpot ever in New York State. The last major jackpot most of us can remember was in 1994, when it was up to $70 million.
This jackpot is a mere $30 million shy of that, but it has Peg Ballou already planning a trip to Paris.
Or I might go to California. Either way, I could do both, couldn't I? Take you with me. Hey, even your cameraman.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Susan Copen, News 10 NBC.
I want to go too. Lotto fever was hot for this $40 million jackpot. Ticket sales were averaging $1.4 million per hour. And since the lottery helps fund education in this state, that means $630,000 was raised each hour for New York schools. On the subject of money, Rochester Telephone now says the contract dispute is causing new problems.
The issue is overtime. In the story News in 6, reporter Lynette Adams tells us customers are feeling the effects.
Luckily, we did have a cell phone.
Verdell Lane can pick up his phone now and it works, but his family had to live without a phone for 9 days. Each day he called for service and was promised it would come, but he says it never did. Finally, he called local CWA president Bob Flavin, and he says the problem was fixed that day.
I feel that Rochester Tel is putting the customer last. I would think they would put the customer first.
Rochester Tel believes Flavin is a part of the problem, not the answer. Spokesman Randall Simonetti has issued a statement expressing surprise and disappointment at what he calls a new union tactic against the company. It's a message you'll hear on the Rochester Tel media line.
Union leaders are now directing CWA represented employees to refuse to work overtime, further inconveniencing our customers who are in need of service.
Rochester Tel has been inundated with service calls over the past few weeks. The company believes this is tied directly to the contract issue. By late May, it had 26,000 service calls compared to 8,700 at the same time last year. Flavin says it's outrageous that the company is blaming the union.
The union has no overtime embargo on. Mr. Simonetti is a spin doctor, and everything that happens is going to be blamed on this union.
Rochester Tel and CWA are blaming each other for the lack of a contract. But in the midst of this battle, customers say they are losing out. And some are beginning to wonder if customer service is a priority. Now both sides are awaiting the results of a decision by the National Labor Relations Board on several issues that could finally settle the matter. Lynette Adams, News 10 NBC.
And Flavin says that decision should come within the next week. Some state corrections employees are without a paycheck tonight. According to Local 2556 Union Representative Dennis Harrington, the state budget impasse has resulted in the holdup of salaries for all civilian and security personnel. In this story, News in 6, Harrington tells News 10 NBC workers at all 10 prison facilities in Western New York did not receive their scheduled pay.
Irondequoit police are asking residents to be on the lookout for a box of biohazardous material. It's an update since 6 on the contaminated needles that are missing. Investigators have not been able to locate the needles. They were stolen out of a car on Lynn Drive in Seabreeze last night. Some of the medical needles were used to draw blood from patients suffering from AIDS and hepatitis. The biohazard box is red and it has the name Cross Keys on it. If you have any information about the missing needles, call the Irondequoit Police Department at 336-6000 or you can dial 911.
Here's an update since 6. The prosecution plans to rest its case tomorrow in the murder trial of Jose De La Nola without showing the jury his videotaped confession. On that tape, De La Nola admits to strangling 17-year-old Danielle Bannock. She was killed in her Livonia home last fall. Today, her father testified, telling the jury about seeing his daughter dead in her room. Donald Bannock says he had to relive the nightmare on the witness stand today.
It was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be because I had to review pictures, especially the one of my daughter laying on the floor. But the judge instructed me not to show any emotion, so I tried to hold back.
The prosecution plans to call 4 more witnesses tomorrow and then rest. The only way the jury will see that videotape confession is if the defense decides to present the tape as evidence.
The results are in tonight's school budget elections in several districts. East Irondequoit's $28.5 million plan passed by a vote of 1,931 to 1,797. A proposition to fund extracurricular activities also passed by a vote of 682 to 396. Churchville-Chilli's $38 million budget sailed through. Residents in the Palmyra-Macedon School District approved the $20 million plan there. School districts in Attica Central, Bloomfield Central, Marion Central, Sodus, Romulus, and Williamson also got the thumbs up. Representative Bill Paxton shows off his new baby on Capitol Hill. We'll have details on that story coming up.
But first, Richard McCullough joins us from the Storm Center with our first full weather. Richard.
I'll tell you, Gabe and Janet, clear and dry and rather pleasant right now in Rochester at this hour. We will, however, see warmer temperatures as we go into tomorrow, and also some rain as we start the weekend. I'll show you where that rain is coming from. First, let's go outside. And this is Tower 10 East, and we have clear skies at this hour and clear skies the whole night. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. Sunshine will fade behind some clouds, but a warm and pleasant day tomorrow. I say we'll see a high temperature of 78 degrees. Winds out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, across the country at this hour, we have showers and thunderstorms that are erupting across Minnesota, Wisconsin, back down to Missouri. And this is the weather system that's moving our way, and this is what's going to increase our clouds and eventually bring some rain in by Friday around here. Until it happens, though, high pressure is in control. As you can see on the 3D view, high pressure will keep us dry tonight. Again, we start the day off tomorrow with plenty of sunshine, but those clouds will be fading as the storm comes in from the west. Right now, radar shows we are clear and dry and no precipitation at this hour. Right now, our temperature is holding at a nice, balmy 56 degrees with clear skies. The humidity is 77%. Winds out of the southwest at 8. Barometers rising. These are the current temperatures. 69 in Boston. New York City checking in at 75 degrees. 60 degrees right now in Cleveland, and 62 degrees down in Pittsburgh. Here's how we look for tomorrow. Again, a nice start tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine. I think we'll see a high in the upper 70s. And then here comes that weather system that's plaguing the Midwest at this hour. This is going to move in, increase our clouds. It's going to fade the sun away, and then we'll see rain developing by tomorrow night and also into Friday. Could see some showers and maybe some strong thunderstorms as well. It's a little hard to tell right now, but we are definitely going to get wet as we go into Friday. But don't worry, it's not going to last the entire weekend. Here's how we look as far as the 5-degree guarantee. I said today we see a high of 69. We actually saw a high of 67 degrees. That's within the 5-degree guarantee. Tomorrow, I say we'll see a high temperature of 78 degrees here in Rochester. Now tonight, starry skies, a pleasant night. We drop down to 50 degrees, winds out of the southwest up to 10. Your forecast for tomorrow, again, starts off really nice tomorrow. Tomorrow's high 78 degrees. By the end of the day, you'll see those clouds, and we could see some rain developing around here by tomorrow evening, late tomorrow evening. Here's your marine forecast. The Ray-Ban UV index tomorrow will be 7, and the water temperature is 42 degrees. Here's your 5-day forecast. Showers, possible thunderstorms as we go into Friday, 72 degrees, and then by Saturday, 70 degrees. And we'll start the day off with some rain Saturday, but ending the day with some clearing skies. Sunday and Monday looks pretty good. Temperatures in the low 70s. Looks good.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Richard.
And now Rebecca LeClaire tells you what you need to know in the news tomorrow.
Thanks, Gabe and Janet. Testimony continues tomorrow in a murder case that has a teen on trial. Jose DiLanola has been facing the victim's family in court. They believe DiLanola is guilty. Will the jurors? Voters hit the polls in East Rochester to decide on a proposition. It calls for renovations of the school's tennis and basketball courts, plus the arts facility. And senior athletes compete in the Empire State Senior Games. Plus, Bryn Roberts looks ahead to the morning commute.
Thanks, Rebecca. On the Interloop over State Street, flag people have been deliberately slowing traffic since Tuesday. They're still scheduled to be out there Thursday morning, so expect delays. On the Keeler Street Expressway eastbound, we've had lane reductions and a reduced speed limit all week. After Thursday morning's rush hour, expect more of the same westbound. From the WHAM Traffic Center, I'm Vern Roberts, and that's what you need to know.
Vern, Keith Eichner, and I will get your day started at 6 a.m. Join us tomorrow and find out what you need to know. Janet and Gabe?
Thanks.
Representative Bill Paxton is a proud papa.
He and his wife are showing off their new baby on Capitol Hill.
And we'll have the latest on a raging fire in Alaska.
Plus, we'll tell you why some breakfast pastries can be hazardous to your health. Stay with us.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Wegmans. Strive for 5.
Wegmans makes great food affordable, like the freshest sweet blueberries our produce experts could find. Just 99 cents a pint with your Shoppers Club card. Wegmans boneless beef ribeye steaks are just $4.97 a pound. Our best price on a gallon of Wegmans 1%, 2% low-fat, or skim milk, just $1.79 with your Shoppers Club card. We're all about people enjoying great food at affordable prices. Wegmans, every day, you get our best.
This Thursday through Sunday only at Circuit City, this color inkjet printer is free when you buy any computer and monitor. So you can choose from Circuit City's huge selection of top brand computers at guaranteed low prices like Compaq, IBM, Packard Bell, NEC, and Digital, and get this color inkjet printer free when you buy any computer and monitor. But only at Circuit City and only for a limited time. Buy any computer and monitor and get a free color inkjet printer right now at Circuit City. You can't find a lower price. We guarantee it.
Saving for the future, financing our children's college education, setting money aside for retirement. We all share these concerns. Monroe County Savers Bonds can help you reach your long-term financial goals. With just a small investment, you can create a savings plan that's tailored to your family's needs. Best of all, for most, it's tax-free. Call 1-800-423-BONDS. Monroe County Savers Bonds, a good investment for your future, a good investment for the future of our community.
Meet your Ontario and West Bloomfield John Deere dealers. Tom Nelson of T. Nelson Sales, Route 104, Ontario, and Terry Stone of Power Enterprises on County Road 37, West Bloomfield. They sell the John Deere STX 38 lawn tractor starting at just $1,996 and the versatile John Deere Model 325 17 horsepower lawn and garden tractor. Ask your John Deere dealer about their special financing program. See your local John Deere dealer where you'll find value, service, and reliability.
Another day, another controversy about the lieutenant governor. The New York Post reports that the press secretary to Betsy McCoy Ross quit because she was asked to lie about claims the lieutenant governor had made against the governor. Well, today, George Pataki said he is too busy with state and legislative issues to focus on the lieutenant governor's claims and her personnel issues.
Now, yes, you are right. It's her decision as it is with everyone else, to say whatever they want to say about anyone they want to talk about. But I'm right now extremely busy, as you all know, in running the government and looking to have a successful end to the legislative session. And I think there's a very good chance that we'll do that. Yes.
This latest flap was because of conflicting claims concerning a late arrival to a State of the City address by Mayor Giuliani.
Capitol Hill staffers got a glimpse of the new addition to the Paxson family. Today, Representative Susan Molinari and Bill Paxson took their daughter on a tour of the workplace. 3-week-old Susan Ruby Molinari is the first child born to parents who are both members of Congress. Molinari says her daughter won't be pushed to follow her parents' Republican ideals, but they hope she won't become a Democrat. Help is on the way in Alaska in an attempt to bring a wildfire under control. The flames have blackened 30,000 acres of land in the south-central part of the state, taking 150 homes in its path. Officials say reinforcements are coming in from other states to help in the battle. It is a fire hard to put out because there's a steady breeze pushing it and no rain in the forecast until at least Sunday.
1 week after Israelis elected a new prime minister, some changes are taking place in the West Bank.
We will explain coming up on News 10 NBC.
Plus, we'll tell you if some foods can, in fact, cure illnesses.
And local police were out in force tonight to spread some important information. We'll have details as the news continues here at 10.
Tonight on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes Nicolas Cage and Adam Sandler, plus Bob Costas from the NBA Finals. I totally agree, Jay. Nice lineup. Then Conan's got David Brenner tonight.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Moran and Kufta.
Fact: over 1 million workers are injured every year. Prevent injuries. Work safe. You'll feel better for it.
Working safe is very important to me.
I'm glad my daddy works safe.
Me too.
Hi, I'm Rick Kufta. At Moran & Kufta, we've been helping union workers over the last 12 years. That's why we take work safety very seriously.
For more information on how you can work safe, call Moran & Kufta, lawyers concerned for workers' safety.
Once, a golfer's skill had to transcend crude equipment as well as the course. But time and technology bring us a new revolution. And right now, the golf revolution is in full swing. Dick's huge selection of golf shoes is on sale now. Buy a pair over $50 and get a 15-ball pack of selected golf balls free. Plus, register to win a free golf trip for 2 to this year's British Open. Dick's, revolutionizing the way you shop for golf.
There's a place where the snow is whiter, the air clearer, and the water so pure and delicious it's jealously guarded. the home of Poland Spring natural spring water. Maybe the best tasting water on earth. And the guards plan to keep it that way.
Poland Spring, what it means to be from Maine.
We're looking forward to summer at your Webster Penfield Walmart. We have everything you'll want for the warmer weather. Our swimsuits are here. Come and find the perfect one. We've plenty to choose from. Protect your skin with our large assortment of sunscreens and lotions. We have picnic supplies and snacks. We have everything you need, all in one convenient stop. And best of all, everything's at the low Walmart price. Come see us at your Webster Penfield Walmart. We're ready for summer.
You're watching News 10 NBC with Janet Lomax and Gabe Dalman. Live, local, and up to the minute.
Jewish settlers seize an Arab-owned business in Hebron.
That tops our 11 o'clock world tonight. They did it just 1 week after electing a new prime minister. The bath, originally owned by the Islamic Trust in Hebron, was to be turned into a small museum, but now it's being torn down, and the settlers plan to use the stones to build a wall. The Hebron region has been a flashpoint of Arab-Jewish violence. Meantime, in Tel Aviv, the trial continues for 3 suspects accused of plotting the murder of the late Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. Yigal Amir is already convicted. He's in court with his brother Haggai and a third person. Haggai tried to have his statements to police thrown out as evidence. The court said no.
Well, she is taking the Windy City by storm. Princess Diana is in town in Chicago to help raise money for cancer research. Her time there has included a talk at Northwestern University and a visit to Cook County Hospital. But her visit is the talk of the town, and she's making the front pages of the British press back home. They're in Chicago following her every move. 3 sea turtles smuggled into London illegally are making their way back to the U.S. The endangered hawksbill turtles have been living in the London Zoo since customs agents confiscated them more than a decade ago. They're scheduled to arrive at Orlando's SeaWorld sometime tomorrow. The turtles will live at a newly opened attraction called Key West at SeaWorld.
Rich has arrived for a look ahead to sports.
The Calder Cup Finals switch sites tonight, and we'll take you to the Portland Civic Center for Game 3 between the Pirates and the Amherst when we come back.
Every day, in every kind of home, people discover the special pleasures of owning Palo windows. It's the ingenuity of 2 locks secured by a single handle, the promise of quality from the only company that tests windows right on the factory line to make sure they're airtight, and the thoughtfulness of a door that locks in 3 places for added comfort and security. Discover why Palo owners are so satisfied year after year after year.
For your free idea book, call 1-800-64-PALA.
Pets. I love my pet.
He's cuddly, he's snuggly.
Crazy about them? More than anything, besides my parents, of course. Or just plain crazy.
Give me a hug. Give me loving. Give me a kiss. Give Daddy some loving.
Aw. I feel that he is my dog.
Serious help needed here.
She sleeps under the covers with us.
We go out to the herb patch and have a little catnip together.
I would do anything to keep her happy.
PetSmart has thousands of things to keep your pet happy for less.
But mostly, her breath stinks.
We can help with that, too.
Early settlers traveled across the country in covered wagons. Suckers! If you want to go anywhere in style, check out Valentine RV and Marine. Columbus first came to America in these wooden sailing ships. Little did he know his boats were lame. Valentine can get you into an awesome boat at a price that blows the Pinta out of the water. If Lewis and Clark were so cool, how come they didn't have one of these? Valentine RV and Marine on Route 96, just south of Eastview Mall.
In Niagara Falls, Ontario, Marineland is the place to go. An enchanted land with a magic man. Everyone loves Marineland. You can take your family for the day, watching the whales and dolphins play. Seeing friends you miss, a great big kiss. Everyone loves Marineland.
Now, from News 10 NBC, here's Rich Funky with sports. Live, local, and up to the minute.
After winning the first 2 at home, the Amherst continued their drive for the Calder Cup tonight with Game 3 in Portland. And we take you to the Civic Center. The Pirates were hoping to cool off the red-hot Amherst with little fireworks of their own. The Amherst took the lead on the power play. Holzinger moved to the middle and fired. It went off Rob Kahn in front, and it was 1-0. But the Pirates came back. Martin Gendra worked the give and go with Mark Kaufman here, and Gendra tied it at 1 with 1:19 left in the period. To the second period now, Doug Huda already had one minor, then drew a second when he threw his glove at one of the Pirates, and the Amherst got uncharacteristically undisciplined. The Amherst killed off the penalty, but Portland had the advantage most of the way. Steve Shields with a save on Jason Christie there. Minutes later, on the break, Jay Mazur to Jason Allison, back to Brad Lizell, and 2-1 Pirates. But the Amherst tied it before the second period was over. Dan Frawley to Scott Metcalf, and to Scotty Nickel, and 2-2 after 2. It remained 2-2 until late in the third period, and that's when Kent Hulst brought it out from behind the net, and watch him fire the backhander past Steve Shields for the 3-2 lead at 16:07. The Amherst had the puck in Portland's zone with Shields pulled in the final seconds, but could not get a good shot away, and that was it, as the Portland Pirates held on the rest of the way for the 3-2 victory. And Rick Hager has the post-game report now from Portland.
Well, Rich, this was a game the Pirates obviously had to have, and they certainly played like it, although it took a late third-period goal for them to beat the Amherst. And Rochester was drawn into some chippy play for the first time in a long while. And a player who the Amherst released a couple of years ago scored the game winner. Kent Hulst, the Portland captain, kept the Pirates within striking range with this game winner.
Rochester got the first goal, and that kind of set us back. But then we come back after the first intermission. We talked a few things, and we stuck to our game plan better in the second and third. And we only held them to 10 shots there, so I think that was pretty good.
This is a game obviously they had to win. How does this affect you guys?
I don't think it does affect us. I mean, if we change anything now, I mean, we've got this far. Why would we change anything?
Obviously, the win. I'm very, very happy. My heart's going all the time. You know, it was an exciting game. I tell you, it's two teams going head-to-head, and that's what the Calder Cup's all about.
That's a good hockey team, and a 2-3-2 format, it's still wide open here.
Well, the Amherst's only other loss in the postseason came in Game 3 against Syracuse. Rochester then won the next two to clinch that series. Game 4 in the Calder Cup Finals is set for right back here on Saturday night. In Portland, Rick Hager, News 10 NBC.
And the final one last time, Portland over the Amherst tonight, 3-2. The Red Wings Marathon Series with the Syracuse Chiefs continue tonight at Silver Stadium. This was Game 4 with 6 more to go this week, and this was Jefferson Road third grader Matthew Curlin representing Junior Cheeseman and throwing out the first pitch. Garrett Stevenson got the start for the Wings and fell behind 3-0. Brian Cowitz tripled in a pair. This was in the second inning. The Wings tied it, helped by Joe Hall's 2-run home run, and later B.J. Waskis behind the plate for the Wings. Got Miguel Cairo trying to steal second. They went to the ninth tied. Eddie Zowski drove in the game winner for the Wings as they won it 5-4. Jimmy Diedrich goes to 4-1. Toledo over Ottawa 11-6. Pawtucket shut out Richmond, and Columbus blanked Scranton. In the American League, Toronto took the Yankees 12-7. Baltimore over Detroit 6-4. Chicago over Boston in 12. Cleveland beat Seattle 13-5. Bell hit his 23rd. Milwaukee over Texas, and Minnesota, helped by Chuck Knobloch's grand slam, beat California 14-3. In the National League, Sammy Sosa 3 home runs for the Cubs today. Atlanta down the Mets 8-6. Montreal over Florida 2-1. San Francisco beat the Reds as owners met to consider suspending Marge Schott. Her bumbling Reds lost again, and Houston over Colorado 4-1. On 10 NBC, just a few moments ago, Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Seattle at Chicago. George Karl, Seattle's coach, put Gary Payton on Michael Jordan to start the game. Jordan drove through everybody here, and the Bulls took a 5-point lead at the intermission. The Sonics got back in it. Detlef Schrempf with a bucket there, but right off the bucket, the long pass, Pippen for 2. And that's the way it went tonight. And then Tony Kukoc really putting things away with a 3 plus the foul. The Bulls take Game 1 by 17, and Game 2 is Friday in the best of 7. And our congratulations tonight to Albion High School pitcher and senior class president Aaron Bowie, who has been drafted by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, who began play in 1998. Aaron, who turned 17 in July, has a fastball that's been clocked at over 87 miles an hour. The softball finals are set. It'll be Brockport against Arcadia in the Class A title game. Brockport downgaged Chili, while Arcadia beat Webster tonight. That is sports.
I have to ask Aaron for a loan. What was how do I get a hold of him? Pretty soon he'll be a millionaire.
I know. Thanks.
All right, well, can some foods cure illnesses?
We will have that answer coming up.
Hi, I'm Rich Katz. My family's been serving the Rochester community for over 50 years. Katz is back to remind you that we offer showroom quality, wholesale prices, and hometown service.
The stranger and his trusty grill stood ready for the fight. Other sauces against bullseye to see which tasted right. And as the smoke rose off his grill, Hunt's was laid to waste. Then Masterpiece dropped out as well against Bullseye Big Bold Taste. And when Bullseye Taste hit Heinz, the whole town could attest that the stranger had won the day with the sauce that tastes the best. The Big Bold Taste of Bullseye tastes the best.
Raymore and Flanagan's greatest furniture sale with our greatest financing offer ever. 6 months, no interest. 6 months, no payments. And up to 36 months to pay.
You'll be hooked, knocked out, and blown away with the new Darien Lake. And this season pass. Just $29.99 for one or $99.99 for a family pass. Both get you all of Darien Lake.
Like the new Hooks Lagoon for hours of pirate water fire.
A Popeye Seaport, the new kids park.
And the Nightmare, a monster coaster through the dark. Get your season pass at Tops or Darien Lake, New York's new super park.
No way. Someone's still out there?
Hey, Mr. Marathon Man, heard you came in last place. I'm on my way over.
The new HP Pavilion with Intel Pentium processor lets you scan your photos and keep an accurate record of your life and times. Or not so accurate. The new HP Pavilion. It's not just a PC, it's an HP.
For those of you who sometimes rely on old world remedies, take heart. There's a doctor in New York City who makes a hobby of sorting myth from medicine. Yogurt to cure a yeast infection? Dr. Lustgarten says it may have a beneficial effect. And how about cranberry juice?
One of the greatest old standbys. Everybody takes cranberry juice for bladder infections. It's probably the acidity, but there also may be certain chemicals which have specific antibacterial action.
Items, Dr. Lustgarten says anything with ginger, like ginger ale, does have a calming effect. And butter, because it's soothing, can make your burn feel better.
Hey, the next time you're about to grab a cinnamon bun or a giant chocolate chip cookie, Gabe, think moderation. That's what a consumer group wants you to do. The Center for Science and the Public Interest, which told you Mexican and Chinese foods aren't good for you, analyzed a bunch of sweet treats. And as you've probably figured out by now, the CSPI says those goodies may have way too much fat. They're not only diet busters, they are artery busters as well.
I only have 3 or 4 of those every day.
Cut back to 2 or 1. Well, local police are out in force tonight.
We will tell you why.
Stick. Shoe. Toaster. Duck.
You've come to Broadway, where every doorway leads to another drama or comedy. Tonight's tickets put you just rows away from a star you've seen only on a screen. Tomorrow, a cast of 60 will bring to life the songs you've hummed since childhood. There's magic on every Broadway stage. For your destination Broadway vacation, call 1-800-I-LOVE-NY.
It's time to make your escape to Ohio and Cedar Point. Make your getaway to Ohio and Cedar Point. for money-saving coupons, call 1-800-BUCKEYE for your free Ohio Pass travel planner and Cedar Point family getaway guide. That's 1-800-BUCKEYE.
Jump into summer at the Bon-Ton Swim Price Break. Hot swimwear and cover-ups for misses and juniors, all at 25 to 50% off.
The right style.
Select flattering one-piece designs. Get flirty in two-piece styles, or tease them with skater skirts. Choose from Jansen, Mainstream, LaBlanca, Calvin Klein, Daffy, Surfside, and more. Save 25 to 50% at the Bon-Ton Swim Price Break.
Your fashion store.
Shop the Bon-Ton Swim Price Break and save now.
And now for a look ahead to tomorrow's weather.
Sunny and warm tomorrow, increasing clouds by the afternoon. Tomorrow's high 78 degrees. Nice day.
Well, we should say later today, because it's after midnight.
It is Thursday, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thursday, okay. Finally, if you saw a lot of police activity around Hudson Avenue, it was part of a special community project to help fight drugs. Tonight, checkpoints were set up throughout the neighborhood, police handing out flyers informing motorists that drugs will not be tolerated here. Police say they will set up other checkpoints like this throughout the city of Rochester.
Good evening, sir.
We thank you so much for watching.
Have a great night. Our next edition, AM Live, in 6.5 hours. 5.5 hours.
Good night.
Good night. Take care.
If you have a news tip, call the News 10 NBC hotline at 232-1010 or star 10 on your Frontier Cellular phone. For all the safety, security, and convenience you need, Frontier Cellular.